You finally come to the realization that you are not the human body, but the soul consciousness operating the human body. And now that you've come to that realization, you are starting to understand the position you've been playing in this spiritual war. This is a quick message from the universe. Chosen one. Chosen one, this message right here is going to go over a lot of people's heads. And that's because this message um is only going to resonate to certain individuals who are operating in a higher form of consciousness. This message is only going to resonate to those who have truly understood, and overstood that they are the soul conscious being having the experience through the human vessel, through the body. Everybody ain't figured it out yet, chosen one. A lot of these people out here, um, first off, they can't figure this out because they are not soul consciousness. Majority of individuals in the matrix or on earth, however you want to see it, um, they are humans. Like they only exist in the matrix. They're not operating in soul consciousness like you. Um, there is not a lot of souls in the matrix. We're starting to realize that. But majority of individuals in this world are beings operating in what they think is free will, but it's really a program script. You have finally broken out of pre-program operating, and you're starting to understand that you are truly free. And majority of people in this world are not operating in the consciousness or awareness that you are, and it's because they can't. And for the individuals that can, some are still asleep, but majority are waking up. So the soul conscious beings are online, and this video probably will have a better turnout than what I expect, but that's because we're going through a major grand awakening. Well, chosen one, you've waken up and you've understood that you are not the body itself, but you are the being behind the eyes, experiencing um, this reality through an avatar, and you're starting to see um, how this reality works. Well, chosen one, when we look back on your life, you've been through so many things. And now that you understand that you're a soul conscious being having a human experience, you're realizing that you came to this plane with a purpose. You're starting to understand what the spiritual warfare is. You're starting to remember what this whole life is about. See, chosen one, what people don't understand about Earth is that it's a mirror of the spiritual. And the more you become able to understand what's happening in the spiritual by understanding that what you see and what happens on earth is only a mirror in the spiritual, then you'll understand that we've been in spiritual warfare for a very long time, and your existence is not just to exist. You came into this world with a specific purpose and a duty in that spiritual war. You know, a lot of us are starting to wake up and starting to realize that our enemies are not humans in a sense, but our enemies are the entities who control this reality, or who have been in control in this reality. You're starting to understand that you are not a human being, and your enemies are not humans as well. You're starting to see the backdrop of reality that people don't, and you're starting to see through the smoke and mirrors, and you're starting to realize who's pulling the strings. Well, chosen one, when you think about your life and you think about all the things that you've been through, you think about how you lost your parents at a very young age, for those that have, or how you were separated and thrown into the system, how you lost someone who was a backbone to your life. A lot of us star seeds or conscious beings, what seems to happen is we lose our stability at a very young age, and we grow up learning how to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Um, that's called spiritual warfare. Your enemy has been attacking you from life, from a life standpoint, ever since you could remember. See, chosen one, you came into this reality as a weapon sent by source, um, to destroy the illusions and break down the false programming of this reality, which is known as the veil. You came into this reality to wake up sleeping souls. Your presence here alone literally upgrades the frequency of the planet. And you're starting to understand what spiritual warfare is. You've had to navigate in a world in which you came to take back from a low vibrational enemy. And so a lot of the situations that you've been through in life equate spiritual attacks from your low vibrational entity that has taken control over the matrix. Now, I mean, I hope y'all can keep up and understand what's going on. Chosen one, it's been a reason why you've been always targeted your whole life, as far as if you found yourself in groups, if you found yourself with friends, whatever would happen in any situation, everything would turn and you would become, either people were trying to get over on you, people uh was sending hate to you, people wanted to kick you out the group, whatever. Every time you find yourself in groups, it always goes bad. That's called spiritual warfare. Some of you found yourself in relationship after relationship after relationship of different people, but the same entity every time you've dated. Same situations happen with every girl or every guy. The cheating, the lies, starting out good, then turning into the same shit show. Those toxic relationships were not random. Those were spiritual attacks. They was trying to attack your spirit. Your enemy was sending these people into your life to make you not be able to love, to kill your love, because if the star seed somehow finds, doesn't know how to love anymore, or gives up on love, it takes a major part of your power away from you. So your love life and love has always been under spiritual attacks until you realize who you were and what you were, and now you have gained uh, a covering over your life where these entities no longer have the power to send spiritual attacks at you anymore. But before you became knowledgeable or aware of who you are and how you're moving through this reality, all of your relationships have been spiritual attacks sent by the enemy. You're starting to understand why your life has been how it is, because chosen one, you came here with a purpose. You came here with a weapon, and that weapon is your brain, your perception, and your emotions, and how you see the world. Because if you see the world in a light of how you want to see the world, instead of seeing the world how your enemies want you to see the world, then you change the world. Quantum physics tells us that. And so you got to understand, a lot of the things that you've been through in your life have been part of spiritual warfare, and you're starting to understand it. You're starting to look back at the trauma. You're starting to look back at the losses. You're starting to look back at the relationships, and you're starting to realize you've been in spiritual war your whole life. With chosen one, all of that spiritual warfare was meant to keep you asleep. Now that you're awake and you're seeing things for what it is, you have activated and you are taking back your power, and they no longer have the ability to attack you. Now that you are woke, you realize what spiritual warfare is and exactly how to attack back with your perception.